Hey guys, good morning everybody. Today is Monday, January 13th. It is 6:24 right now. We got market opening up in about 6 minutes. So I'm gonna set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a few things here to update. And we should be good to go. All right, guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, January 13th. It is 6:26 right now. We got market opening up in about 4 minutes. Let me go ahead and mark up liquidity over here real quick. So just a heads up, guys. I don't believe Apex is working right now. I put in a test order to see if it was working, did not execute, said market was halted. I think it's just Apex. I don't know if anybody else is having issues, but I think it's just Apex. Um, so not sure if I'll be able to get into some micro scalps today, unfortunately. I mean, we'll see. Maybe if it gets fixed by market open, but market's gonna open in a few moments right now. All right, guys, we got liquidity marked up right there. If you guys can see, liquidity prices are right here on the right side. We got first level of liquidity at 42,121 and lower level right here at 42,062. Breakout for today is looking like a possible sell. We'll know in a few moments. About 20 seconds left on this candle. So we got the direction of the breakout. Breakout for today is going to be a sell. Market opening up shortly in about 30 seconds. We got market opening up in about 20 seconds. Market opening up in 15 seconds. We have market opening in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Market is open. So that's some crazy movement here on open.
Order submitted.
Place right now. It's a big spike right there. Today's Monday, so it's kind of expected. See the parameters here. What do you want? What's the price look way different here? For some reason, the price is like way different. 42. Oh, no, it's not that different. So I was looking at it wrong. Let's make some small adjustments right there. All right, so we got the trade running right now. It's a lot of back and forth and movement here on open. Got the 50-point markup right there. Just to see where a trailing stop should be moved at. So I got my trailing stop set at 50 points, guys. I mean, obviously you can see the choppiness here on the market on open. Yeah, we still don't have much direction here, guys. I was hoping with the new year we have more direction, but I think we're just gonna have to wait for President Trump to be inaugurated on the 20th, which is next week. You can see here on open, there's not very much movement. Price is kind of just going back and forth at the moment. Yeah, I mean, there's not too much direction here. Prices, there's volatility in the market, but it's just not really moving directional. Let's see. Trying to stop me now. Still in it. Okay.
Not found.
It's okay. So unfortunately stopped out right there. And I guess we'll give it another go tomorrow. So as you guys can see right here on the open, I mean, this is just the type of market we've been stuck in lately. It's been a lot of choppiness, not very directional. 13 days into the new year. So I think once Trump once he's inaugurated on the 20th, we're gonna have more direction. You can see over here on open, price did come down a little bit and then it shot up, and then I wouldn't be surprised if this thing comes all the way back down from where it's currently at. But I mean, this is just the type of market that we're currently stuck in. And this is why I'm like more focused on like these micro scalps here. The only problem with these micro scalps is that Apex isn't working. So I can't even take these micro scalps right now. I think I'll put in like another test order here. And well, I mean, Apex hasn't really confirmed anything yet, so. Let me see if I can. They said they would let us know once it's like fixed, but I don't know where. Okay, let's see, help status. So it's still halted. I haven't seen the updated here. Yeah, David said Apex is still not working. So we'll move on to some scalps here for now, guys. So there's, I mean, we can't trade on Apex. I need to switch my. Go here real quick. I'm gonna switch over my. Parameters to like regular scalping. Apex accounts aren't working, so. So I'm just gonna have to trade on my other accounts. All right, that's fine. All right, so I'll be looking for some scalps here. Let me see where price opened up. Unfortunately, breakout did not play through today. That's just part of the game. Usually the breakout is going to have like maybe 1 or 2 wins per week. This is the first loss for this week, so that's all good. Looking at this here, so let me see how far price pushed up. Yeah, I went the other way. So looking at this, the criteria here, criteria is for a sell. The sell signal came up right here at 622. The buy signal showed up at the last, basically on the opening candle right here. And then that's that. So let's see what we got over here. We're going to be looking for some scalps now for some possible buys. What I'm looking for is a V1 variation, or I'm looking for a momentum reversal. Basically, in order for me to get that, I need to get a retracement. So I need price to retrace down and then come back up. Can't take any micro scalp entries today because Apex isn't working and TraderFly doesn't allow for micro scalping. So unfortunately, I can't take those specific entries with TraderFly. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that it's not working right now. I would have figured it'd work. On a day like this. But it's all good. So I'll look for some scalps here. There's not going to be any entries until we get a sell signal. So we're kind of just going to be waiting. And there's a ton of micro scalps here that we could have taken. I'm like, it's so annoying. This would have been such a good day for micro scalps. Daniel said, Sean, you're Irvine away from the fires, right? Yeah, thankfully I'm away from the fires, guys. If you guys have been following the news here in California, the fires in LA are just insane. They're all over the place. I think the main fire hasn't even stopped yet. It's still going. The Palisades fire. Yeah, nothing down here. We had a similar fire that happened about 4 years ago here in Irvine, but or in Orange County, but they resolved it. They cleaned up the area. The problem with LA is they never cleaned up the area, so it's ongoing. So looking at the micro scalps over here, guys, there's a lot of entries that have came up. Unfortunately, we weren't able to take any of them. So basically the micro scalp strategy, we're just trading the direction of momentum. If we have a buy momentum right here, we're just taking every time price goes up, we put a buy limit right here, goes up, fills, 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 etc., goes up, fills. So like right here, looking at the micro scalp entries, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entries right there that would have hit. That would have been like maybe would have been like 60 to like maybe 60 points there. That would have been pretty good profit. I would have been taking 50 contracts, 15 contracts. So like the range of my profitability from there would have been 450 to 4,500 in that little period. And I was really excited to take these micro scalps today too. I was like, man, I was ready to go. Unfortunately, no, we're not able to. Here, let me try my other laptop real quick. Just want to take a tester trade, see if I can maybe.
Recording stopped.
Turn off this over here. Log into my Apex account over here. I'm gonna see if I can maybe log in on my other laptop. All right, so we got a sell signal right here. We may have a possible V1 variation or a momentum reversal. I'm gonna try to just execute one trade here to see if this here is contract.
Order submitted.
Nope. Trading is still halted on Apex, guys. So Apex is still not working. That's fine. I'll look for some scalps here. So I'm looking for a V1 variation. We currently have a sell signal here. So I'm looking for a double body or double wick rejection off structure. Most likely this area right here, this liquidity zone. We have an inside candle here that's currently pending. So if this candle closes, I'm going to put a pending order, and it's not an inside candle, so no entry there. But I would have been putting a pending order right here to ride this back up. No entry there. Looking for a possible V1 variation. So we currently have a low right here. It's bouncing off the liquidity. So I'm looking for a double body or a double wick rejection off this structure. Once we have that double body, double wick rejection. Thanks, Christian. I didn't even have my sessions on today. All right, so never mind. I take that back. I'm not looking for any entries here right now, guys. At least not right here specifically, because we're currently at the session high low. So this purple line right here is the Asia high. This is considered a red flag. So if the candles do touch it, obviously I'm not looking for entries there. There may be a momentum reversal here if it doesn't touch, and it just touched it right now. So unfortunately, no entry there. But yeah, thanks, Christian, for the heads up. I didn't have my indicator on. This is a red flag area, guys. I wouldn't recommend taking any trades around this area right now. And so looking at the breakout, so the breakout opened right here at 6:30. Let me mark up opening price. I mean, it was right at the sessions. I mean, this wouldn't have stopped me from taking the breakout because I take the breakout regardless of the fact. But you can see over here, the breakout was stuck at the sessions right here, had trouble getting past it, and then it kind of just slingshotted it on its way up. I wouldn't be surprised if price is on its way back down, but yeah, there was an area right there that looks like structure would have been hard to break. But again, this is another example of like why we don't trade at the sessions. Specifically for the scalps, you can see right here, price had huge manipulation off this New York low. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if price has another huge manipulation right here at the Asia high. So price is kind of just sitting right here at the purple line. Price hasn't pushed away, hasn't broken past it. It's kind of just sitting there right now. So looking back at the micro scalps, looks like about 6 entries for today so far. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No fill here. We're at the session, so obviously no entries here. If there's another buy signal, looks like it can push up even higher. But right now, it's just nothing at the moment. Sam said a V1. So I don't, the wicks here are not like leveled on the same area. So I wouldn't have taken this as a V1, or I wouldn't consider it a V1 because it would have to be like a double wick or a double body. Another reason why I would have skipped it myself if it was a double body or double wick is the fact that it's at the sessions right here. I was looking for the entry though. So this was the area I was looking for that balance. The only problem is that we're stuck right here at the sessions, of course. So not exactly the area that I wanted to, or I would want to be trading in. But you can see right there, it did bounce off the structure like I wanted to. So if the sessions weren't there, this would have been ideal entry for me to look for a buy. But you can see how price came up, broke and retest off the liquidity, and it pushed up even higher. So one thing that I'm going to be doing with the future mentoring, guys, is like one question that I had was someone was asking me if I can teach how to apply the strategies without the indicators, right? Like basically explain the logic behind it. Initially, I created these indicators to show you guys what I can see, like in my mind, because for me, it's I don't need the indicators, right? I can trade without them. But when you're teaching a beginner, it's hard for people to understand, you know, how it works. So yeah, for the next person that I'm mentoring, they asked me if I can teach them how to identify certain things, like how to identify this momentum without the indicator, and I'll be explaining that. So if you do get mentoring from me one-on-one, I will be explaining that to you. I'm not going to be doing it in a group setting because obviously you guys already know how that's gonna work out. If I explain that in a group setting, there's going to be a million questions about certain things. It's easier for me to teach one person versus like 20 people, right, at the same time. So again, I'm doing mentoring, but I'm doing one-on-one mentoring, but only only one person per month, so that I can focus on that specific person and make sure that they understand everything. So if you guys are interested in that, just send me a message. I need to start a wait list for that because there's other people who actually want to join that wait list as well. I think one of the big things, the person that I'm mentioning right now, one of the big things that they want to learn too is a micro scalping. Like I said, the micro scalping stuff is like it's really it's like some top tier type stuff. Like you have to like really be focused, but if you can micro scalp between 6:30 and 7, like I would have just micro scalped right here between 6:30 and 7 from market open until 7 o'clock. For that there, that would have been some pretty smooth entries. I mean, I would look for some more here too, but obviously there's nothing for me to take. But anyways, so if we are looking to take some micro scalps, the entry would be waiting right here, slightly above it. So slightly above it right there. I try to put it at the wick, but I would probably put it like maybe a point above the wick. So again, right here, I just move it down a little bit. So it's slightly above the wick, or the candle at least. So this would be a setup right here for a micro scalp. Let's see, Sam said, oh, trailing stop went straight up. Also, this was a close triple confluence, but did not close above. Yeah, super close to right there, that higher high. The body was like right at it. So it looks like right here, this would have been a micro scalp, of course. So I would have pushed at least a point. Yeah, so pushed up a couple points right there, like 3 points. There you go. So this here would have been a micro scalp entry, probably would have locked in like maybe 4 or 5 points. Another micro scalp entry right there. That would have been another 4 or 5 points. So it pushed up pretty decent. Yeah, 10 points actually. So you guys can see how lucrative this micro scalp strategy is. The only problem is that it only really works with Apex. Because Apex is the only prop firm that allows for micro scalping. TraderFi, they allow you to take micro scalps, but 50% of your trades have to be over 5 seconds. So the thing is, it's not going to work because most of the trades are going to be below 5 seconds. You can see over here again, this micro scalp would have failed, would have triggered, would have hit some TP right there a little bit. So all these micro scalps here, basically 6 micro scalps right here that hit, and then price came down, there's no fills. And then another one right here, that was 1. Another one right here, that's 2. And then maybe another one right here. So again, I would have it a little bit higher, but like basically at the top of the wick. The reason why I would have it a little bit higher is because sometimes you get stuff like this where price kind of fakes out a little bit. That's why I have it like a little bit higher, because if you have it right at the wick, sometimes it'll just tap it and it'll come back down. But if you have it a little bit higher, right there it would have filled, and then price would have pushed up a little bit. And there you go. See how price pushed up? That would have stopped out in profit right there. Stop loss would have been 10 points. So you would have had enough space here to basically survive the pullback a little bit. And then it would have pushed up right there about 7 points. So another micro scalp right there. So we had 6 micro scalps here, 3 micro scalps right here. If you guys want to watch this in real live action, pull up the session from Friday. Because if you guys remember my trades from Friday, we took 19 trades on Friday. So I took 19 trades right here. You guys can see all of the order fills. Literally all of these. Let me see if I can open it up for you guys here. Yeah, because I was hoping to do it today for you guys live, because obviously I wanted to take them, but Apex is just not working today. Yeah, so these are all of my entries from Friday. You guys can see all of the arrows right here. We took like 19 entries on Friday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 entries right there. And pretty much all of them hit TP. So again, right here, another micro scalp entry, which would have filled again on the next one. So this is like 4 entries now, guys. This one would have filled again right there, pushed about 4 points. So I would have locked in like maybe 1 or 2 points on that one. Again, another micro scalp entry. There's no other entries here. I'm looking for a V1 variation or I'm looking for a momentum reversal, but we still don't have that yet. In order for me to get that, I need to get a opposite signal. So I need a sell signal to come up here, retrace down, and then come back up. It's getting close to 7 o'clock, so it's not looking like we're going to get any micro scalps today, guys. Unfortunately, that was like the main thing I was really excited for today. I'll be looking for some scalps, but like I said, the market volatility and the market direction is just not very, very smooth today. Which it's been like this for the past, I'd say like 3 months now. 3 months, the market hasn't been very consistent. It's kind of like pushed a little bit, but not really enough to take advantage of the moves. All right. Thanks, Lila. So Lila over here sent this. She said Apex has. Are you in Chat GPT? I was like wondering where you got this from. Yeah, it's on the website. So I'm like updating the website too to see. But thanks, Lila, for showing. I was like wondering where you got that from. Got it. Yeah, Wes said, hey, Sean, the picture I posted on Discord, I think this issue is going to go on for a while, as it may be to do with a lawsuit they're going through. I'm not sure it'll be resolved quickly. So the thing is, I'm not sure if it's because of the lawsuit, because Rhythmic's still working, right? So I'm not sure, but I mean, you could be right. I mean, I have no idea. I asked in the actual Apex admin group, they didn't really have much to say, so. I'm like, let me see. I'm gonna check the Discord real quick. Uh, yeah, so it's only Tradeovate. It's not Apex. I mean, it's not Rhythmic. It looks like Top Step is having issues with Tradeovate too, though. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm hoping it's not a serious issue and it'll be resolved by at least tomorrow, maybe. But we'll have to wait and see. All right, we have a possible scalp here setting up, guys. We have a sell signal, so I need price to kind of come down a little lower. Looking for price to come down a little lower here. So I get a V1 variation. So I'm looking for a possible double body, double wick rejection down here and a push back up. Or I'm going to look for a momentum reversal. So I'm looking for price to come down a little bit, provide me an inside candle. And I'll be looking to take that up a little higher. So see how far price is pushing right now. Yeah, it's far enough to reach like 30 points. Valentine said I'm really off Apex psychologically. Yeah, I get you. Christian is asking question, the candle before the green signal will not be considered a V1 variation. Which one are you talking about? Christian, are you talking about this one right here? It has to be a double body or double wick rejection. There's no double body right here, and there's no double wick either. So if you're talking about this one right here, no, there's no V1 there. Because the bodies would have to be on the same level, and the wicks would have to be on the same level. These right here they're off centered. The bodies up here, bodies down here, wicks down here, wicks up here. So no V1 on this specific setup right here. No V1 here either. You guys can see the bodies are off. So the body's down here, and the body's right here. The wicks right here, the wicks down here. So no V1 variation right there. They got to be on the same level. So it's got to be a double body or double wick rejection. So still no entries here, guys. If this closes as an inside bar, this could be a possible setup for momentum reversal. The only problem is that we have a sell signal or a buy signal right here. So if this buy signal closes, it's going to flip the analysis. Otherwise, we do have a possible momentum reversal setting up right here at the 308 price. The signal here might close. If the signal closes, there's not going to be an entry there for momentum reversal. It's not looking like it's gonna. Yeah, there's no entry there. So unfortunately, guys, we need to wait for that retracement signal. Again, we have another buy signal here. I mean, price is pushing up now. We're having some direction finally, but it's just not it's not allowing us to take any entries here. Because in order for us to take these V1 variations or to take these momentum reversals, I need to get a retracement confirmation, right? We have the retracement right here, but then I need price to come down a little further so I can take that entry to the upside. The thing with this here is that there was no inside bar, so there's no momentum reversal. The inside bar is a price action candle, right? It's basically indicating that there's indecisiveness with direction of price. So like this right here, this is an inside bar. When you see an inside bar like that, you can see how price here went sideways, and then eventually it ends up going up, right? That's what we're looking for. We want price to retrace down, give me an inside bar so that I can see the inconsistency with direction of price. And then when price does correct back up like it did right here, that's where I'm trying to take the entry. Unfortunately, right here, we just haven't had that setup come up. The key thing with trading, guys, is really just, following your trading plan. My trading plan here is to follow those two main strategies. And on top of that, obviously these micro scalps that have not been coming up. Well, the micro scalps have been coming up, but I can't take them because Apex is currently down right now. Nice. So Sam over here took this as a triple confluence. I personally wouldn't have taken it. Well, I would have taken it if it closed on this candle right here, but you can see the inconsistency with the movement. But yeah, Sam over here took this as a triple confluence, and he wrote that up right there for a nice profit. Solid work right there, Sam. Still looking for my entry here. Nothing to take right now as of this moment. Nice. CJ said exceeded my goal for the day, pulling a Sean and closing my ninja trade of it. Solid. Let's see. Lila's asking what other platforms can we use that's equitable to Apex? I mean, if you're trying to take the micro scalps, I don't know any other ones out there that allow you to micro scalp. I mean, the other one that you can use for like regular scalps that I use is Tradeify. Tradeify is the other good one because they're straight to funded, so you don't have to do an eval. But they don't allow for like half of your trades can't be micro scalps. And that's going to be a problem because if you're taking a bunch of micro scalps here, then you're going to have more than half of your trades are going to be less than 5 seconds. So, I mean, if you find one, let me know. But I don't know any other prop firms that allow you to micro scalp. I think most prop firms don't let you because it's just too fast. They're not going to be able to copy the trades. So here's another micro scalp right here, guys. Went up about 5 points. So this right here would have been another target for micro scalp. Looks like for today, there's about like maybe I'd say 15 to 16 micro scalp entries. There was like 6 entries right here. So market open at 6:30. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no entries here. Price pushed back up. There's an entry here. That was 1. So 7, 8, 9, 10. And then price came down. Price came back up. It's about like 12 to 13 entries here for micro scalps. Man, that sucks. Would have been a good day today for these micro scalps. It's all good. I'm hoping Apex fixes this problem tomorrow, then we can take the micro scalps tomorrow. I'm still gonna look for some scalps here, regular scalps, but I just don't have anything here at the moment. Again, if you guys want to review, if you guys want to see me take these micro scalps live action, like real time, just review the live session from Friday. That's where I took all of the that's where I took all of these entries right here. We took these all in the live session. So if you want to see them like me putting the order in, seeing the pending order weight there, letting it fill, letting it hit TP, you guys can watch this on Friday. All of these trades were taken live. I was hoping to do the same thing for you guys here again, but unfortunately, we just don't have that opportunity. The yeah, Lila said I don't know how to hold a trade for 5 seconds. Scalping is my husband. Friday was too good to be true. Yeah. The only other option that you can do is trade on your personal account. I mean, that's the only other thing I can tell you to take these scalp entries, which I mean I might even do it myself. I might open another personal account with like maybe another 10,000 bucks and just take these micro scalps. Because I am like because this thing's pretty lucrative. I mean, honestly, if you took the trades here, like if you took these and they were at least like 2 to 5 points each, that's pretty good. So like for example, if I was to do like 15 times 5 times, there's about 12 entries, right? So we'll see about like we'll say we got like maybe 30 points. That's still like 2,000 right there within a short period. My goal between taking those micro scalps between 630 and 7 is really to make like 1,000 to 2,000. So this would have been surpassed my goal easily with just the minimal. So like if we're talking about like maybe 3 points per entry there, right? So like 12 entries times 3. I mean, that's 36. It's even more. Still would hit my goal and my threshold. My goal every day for those micro scalps is just to scalp about 1,000 to 2,000 profit within 30 minutes. And then I'll just go back to my regular scalps from there. See, David is asking, do you think funded next could be an alternative to Apex? No idea. I've never used funded next before. Let me see if let me check my other group real quick if they even have anything there. Nobody in this group here has used, or the group that I'm in so I'm in this group where they all test the different prop firms. These are like the previous Apex admins. I don't see anybody talking about funded next. So I mean, if they haven't tried it, I don't think they're reliable. In my opinion, I can't say. But I only trust the stuff that they take because they actually sign up for these accounts. They pass the evals, and then they get payouts on them. So if my group that I'm in has taken them and they've trusted them and they've gotten payouts and stuff like that, then I would recommend it. But Fund Next hasn't been on their list. So I mean, you can try it out, David. If it's cheap, you can try it out, see if you like it. But I actually have never heard of them, so I'm not even sure. I wouldn't go for those smaller groups. Those smaller prop firms they're risky because it's easier for them to disappear. Like for Apex, it's kind of hard for them to disappear, but it wouldn't really matter. Like people trusted that other one. I forgot what the other one was called. Um, well, that rug pull. I forgot what they were called. Um, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter how big or how small the company, but I would ideally trust a bigger company versus the smaller ones, like one that's more well known. Yeah, MFF, and there's another one. There's another one that was straight to funded, but I forgot what they were. Let's see. Ross said I tried them and they screwed me. Yeah, so Ross has used them firsthand, David, and Ross said that they screwed him. Yeah, Ross said funded next is a joke. Daniel said, do you think you could post a list of companies that your group trusts? Yeah, I'll post a list a little later after we get off this live session. There's not too many though. I mean, there's a decent amount. There's not like a crazy. Let's see if I can. I'll just take a screenshot of this. I'm just gonna give the one. I'm gonna screenshot the ones that are like that have a thumbs up. I'm not gonna screenshot the other ones that are like bad. So I'll post this over here in I'll post it in our Discord actually. All right, so there's still no entries here, guys. I'm looking for an entry here, but you guys can see there's I mean, we hit 7 o'clock. Once we hit 7 o'clock, the volatility here starts to die down. You guys can see the market volatility is pretty flat and price is going sideways. But yeah, I'm looking for a possible sell signal to come up so I can start looking for opportunity for some scalps. But at this very moment, there's just no sell signal. So I'm looking for that sell signal to come up, look for it to possibly come down, V1 variation off structure, and then look for that reversal back to the upside. Otherwise, I'm looking for a momentum reversal, looking for price to come down as well, go sideways, and then come up from there. But again, there's nothing here for us to take. There's a lot of micro scalps here that are coming up though. So let's see. Micro scalp right here. So that's another one. Micro scalp right there. Micro scalp right there. I mean, at 7 o'clock, I would have cut off already though. So I would have been done looking for entries around 7. But there's still opportunities here for these micro scalps. The thing with the micro scalps, guys, is that we had Cern over the weekend actually. He actually tested it on a lot of different assets. So he said that it worked good on natural gas, which I think is interesting. As long as there's volatility, like Stern said, possibly silver, oil, gas, gold, NASDAQ, ES, S&P, etc. There's a lot of different opportunity that you guys can take for these micro scalps with other assets. As long as there's volatility, you can take the trade because you're looking for just like that 1 point push to obviously get in and out very quickly. All right, there's just nothing to take right now, guys. Unfortunately, I'm still looking for these scalps here, but there's just nothing that I can take. Today's Monday, so it's okay. I'm not really looking to force any trades here, of course. I'm taking it easy and just waiting for these opportunities to come to us. But yeah, the market is looking like it's starting to flatten out now. Typically, the market starts to slow down around 7 o'clock anyway, so this isn't something new. The micro scalping did look good for today, though. So I'm hoping tomorrow Apex is going to be back to normal so that we can start taking these micro scalp entries. Yeah, there's a pretty good amount of entries that came up. So about 6, we'll say like 15 entries came up today. There were 6 here. There's about like, I don't know, 3 or 4 there. And then maybe about 2 or 3 here. So guys, for the micro scalp entries, again, I'm looking for entries. I'm just looking to ride momentum. I don't care about the trend. I care about momentum. So like basically, if you have a bullish momentum, I'm only looking for buys. If we have a sell momentum, I'm only looking for sells. You can see right here, price was at the red flag, so I wouldn't have taken any of the entries right there. Again, we had a buy signal here, would have taken a couple entries right here as price came up. Sell signal right here, it only came down for a few, and then another buy signal here where it came up. So basically, I'm looking for a buy signal. Every time we get a momentum signal, guys, in order for me to start taking these micro scalps, I need to wait for one candle to close past it so that I know price is actually going that direction. So again, right here, this would be another setup for a possible micro scalp. We would have a sell signal here. This candle, once it closes, I'll put my pending order there waiting for it to come down further and push it down further for the micro scalp entry. So I'm looking for a possible V1 variation here as well. Looking for a double body or double wick rejection. If we get that there, that'll be a possible V1 variation. And then, but I needed to project off liquidity. So off some sort of structure like liquidity here. This looks like this could possibly be setting up for a V1 variation here, guys. So let's see. No V1 variation. Right here, this would have been a micro scalp. So sell signal. This candle right here closed, so sell signal, red candle closed after it. The pending order would have been waiting right here. So this here would have been another micro scalp entry for some profit. About 20 points. This is a big candle. About 15 to 20 points right there. The trailing stop would have followed it, probably would have locked in at least 5 to 10 points on that specific entry. Again, right here, there may be another opportunity. So like same thing with the micro scalp. If you guys are looking to take it, the pending order would now be right here. So basically, you just be waiting for this to come back down and push down further. All right, so looking for my scalp entry. All right, there may be a possible momentum reversal here, guys. There's an inside bar here. If this here closes inside, so it can't pass this high right here. If it closes inside, I'm going to put a pending order right here at this high point. 287. 287 is a price where I'll be looking to put my pending buy limit. It's got to fill on this next candle though. If it doesn't fill in the next candle, I'm gonna cancel it. Candle's closing in about 5 seconds.
Order submitted.
All right, I got my pending order right there, just waiting. Comes up and fills it, I'll be in the position. If it doesn't fill on this candle right here, I'll be canceling it. So I got my pending order waiting right here. We got 40 seconds left on this candle. We got 30 seconds. You're not going to see it on my screen here, guys, because I have Apex isn't working. I'm only taking it on my trader file. So we got 15 seconds here. If this candle doesn't fill, I'm going to cancel it. We got 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and I'm canceling it.
Order canceled.
All right. Unfortunately, no entry there for the momentum reversal. Might be one here. There's got to be a wick on top though. So I need price to kind of push up a little bit and maybe come back down a little bit. If it does sit down here, I'll be looking for possible opportunity at this specific candle. All right, so no inside bar there. And so market volatility here, you can see it's kind of died down a little bit. Again, if you guys are looking to take these micro scalps, the micro scalp entry would happen right here. This would have filled already. Another micro scalp entry would be waiting right here. So you can see on the micro scalp entry that they're like really fast paced. So this one over here hasn't filled yet. I was looking for a normal scalp entry in the other direction for correction, but there's still no opportunities here for entry. So we had an inside bar right here. This here never filled, so I canceled it. Now I'm looking for another inside bar so I can take it here. This is kind of tricky because the micro scalps are going this way, like short term, and the actual scalps are going the other way for the bigger push. So I'd be looking for about a 30-point push in this direction. Let's see, Daniel's asking, does your trailing stop move every 2 points? It moves every 1 point, Daniel. So I put my settings over here in the Discord. If you guys scroll up, I put my settings right here for my micro scalps. So this is my stop loss, 10 points. My profit is at 100. Basically 1 to 10. If it ever reaches that point, and then this is my trailing stop settings right here. They're all set to 1. So initially I had it set to 2, but I have it just set to 1 because it just makes more sense to have it moved in profit right away. The reason why I set it to 2 earlier or last week was because I would keep getting stopped at a break even, but the volatility looks a little higher today, so it's all set to 1 here. This means that right here under frequency where it says 1, this means every time price moves 1 point in profit, it'll move stop loss and profit 1 point behind it. So like as price moves down 1 point, it moves down with it. So it's pretty much just like trailing it by 1 point. Again, right here, another micro scalp entry, guys. Like I said, the entry is right here at the wick. Came down, filled it, and it pushed down about 10 points. So you probably would have locked in maybe like 2-3 points on this specific move right here. There's another one right here. I mean, obviously it hasn't filled yet, but another one there nonetheless. Yeah, CJ said Friday was pretty awesome. Today was pretty good too. Yeah, I know. If I wish we could have taken entries here for the micro scalps. I mean, come back tomorrow, guys. Hopefully tomorrow Apex will be back good as new and working. So I'll be taking the micro scalps on all of my Apex accounts. Like that's how much I trust it. I'm gonna take it on all my Apex accounts because I do think that it's a pretty good strategy. And I think as long as you stay disciplined and you follow through, it should be perfectly fine. There's another possible momentum, or never mind, take it back. There was an inside bar right here, but price pushed up past this level right here, and now it's no longer an inside bar. We have a possible buy signal here coming up. Yeah, we got a possible buy signal here coming up. If this buy signal comes up, then there's not gonna be any scalps here to take because we need that pending momentum. All right, so there's another inside bar right here. The only problem with this inside bar is that we keep getting this pending. Never mind, there's no inside bar. So the inside bar was pending, but it pushed past it, so it's no longer an inside bar. This is considered an outside bar. And again, we just wait. So in order for us to take these scalps here, like what we need is we need a retracement, right? So we have the retracement right here. I just realized there was a V1 variation right here. Was it off structure? No. So there was a V1 variation that came up right here, but it was not off structure, so I wouldn't have taken the trade. If you guys caught this right here, this was a V1 variation pattern. So Christian, this is what you're looking for. But I'm looking for it to bounce off structure, so I want it to bounce off liquidity, like this level down here, right? So you can see this is the entry that we're looking for. We're looking for retracement. Right here, we have a bullish trend, right? Price is above the pivots, the trend meter is green, pivots are angling up, price is bullish. You can see right here, we're looking for the sell signal to come up so that we can confirm the retracement to the downside. And then I'm looking for this double body or double wick rejection. You can see right here, we had this double body, double wick rejection. However, for me, I'm trying to add one more thing to it. On top of this, I want price to reject off structure. So I want it to reject off, say, liquidity or the pivots or a high low or anything like that, because I want to make sure that I'm bouncing off something and there's some sort of confluence there. So because there was no structure down here, I mean, technically this could have been a support. You can see right here, it did technically bounce off structure if you drew the box, but didn't meet my criteria, so I didn't take this here for a V1 variation. However, if you did take this V1 variation right here, looks like this would have hit for a 1-to-1 at least. Hit on the next candle. So the 1-to-1 would have gotten hit. Looks like the 1-to-2 probably would have gotten hit too. Yeah. But this right here is an example of a V1 variation. It's just it didn't bounce off structure, so I didn't take it. I mean, this would have been a decent entry too. Let's see, Sam said taking 60 points off the sell against the trend, no FOMO, but very good day for him. 160 pips. Nice. Nice. You took this one right here, Sam. So the thing with Sam here is he takes V1 variations off, like he doesn't really go with the trend. He goes like in any direction. He just rides it. Looks like there might have been another one right here too, Sam. Let me go over here real quick. So this wasn't really off structure, so I probably wouldn't have messed with this one here. I would want it to bounce off structure of some sort. Yeah, again, right here, there's no bounce off structure. So I would have been okay with taking these entries here if it was bouncing off structure. So if we had some structure up here, right? If you had some structure up here, I would have been a little more inclined to take these entries here specifically. But because there was no structure at these points, for me, it wouldn't meet my criteria. And I'm trying to stick as close to my game plan as possible. As you guys know, the game plan is really, I guess I could throw micro scalping in there because it's like one of the main things that we're looking for and taking. For me personally, I would rather take micro scalps than liquidity. Right, so I'll just change this right here. Instead of liquidity push, I'd rather take the micro scalps. So I'm trying to stick as close to my trading plan as possible, guys. I'm looking for my main strategies are micro scalps, V1 variations. Like realistically, it's only these strategies here. So micro scalps, V1 variation, momentum reversal, and then obviously the breakout. So there's like 4 strategies that I'm really aiming for. The breakout, you don't really have to think about it because it happens every day for the most part. The momentum reversals and the V1 variations, those are going to be something that I'm looking for scalp wise. And then obviously these micro scalps here as well. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I gotta take a trade though. Like I need to take a trade ASAP because my trade for Tradeify, they require that you take one trade per week. I already got a warning from them from like December, so I have to take a trade like actually I took a trade last week, so we're good. But I need to take a trade this week too. But yeah, every week Tradeify requires that you take at least one trade. That's why I couldn't take the breakouts with them anymore because you went like weeks without a breakout. All right, we have a pending sell signal right here. Pending sell signal. Update from Apex. No. I mean, it wouldn't matter. If Apex fixed the issue right now, it wouldn't make a difference because I'm not going to be taking more micro scalps. Let's just look at the micro scalps real quick. So if you guys took any more micro scalps, looks like there was one that was right here. So this buy signal closed, candle closed after it. It doesn't have to be a green candle. You need to wait for that second candle to come up. So green candle or buy signal, candle following it, the micro scalp would have happened right here. This pushed up about like 14 points. Pushed up right there. There. We have a sell signal here. So there's only one micro scalp that came up right here, guys. There's only this candle right here. So the entry would have been waiting above this red candle and it would have filled it, pushed up for a quick TP, and that micro scalp would have been done. Again, when you guys are taking these micro scalps, make sure to only take them in the direction of momentum. The trend here doesn't matter. you can see if you're taking the microscalps for buys only, you can still get pretty screwed if you're only going the direction of the trend. So I would recommend using the trend. The trend is okay, but I think the momentum makes more sense. All right, there's a possible V1 variation setting up right here. The only thing is that this, it's too tricky because that sell signal right there. Like if the sell signal was on this one, then it would have made more sense. But because the sell signal was on this one, you need to have that retracement first. So here we are, price is currently sitting at the liquidity zone. If you're looking to take this here, there's a possible, it would have been a point above it like that. So 23, would have been at 24. Micro scalp. If the sell signal closes, you can start looking for some micro scalps here for a sell. Again, I can't take any micro scalps. I wish I could, but today's just not the day for me to take micro scalps. This apex is still not working. I'm just trying to look through the chat here. You know what I noticed? Like Apex didn't even send an email today. So how are people supposed to know? Or did they? They might have. I didn't see any email. From Apex regarding the trade debate issue. I don't know. It's weird. All right, so we have a possible insight bar right here, guys. This could be setting up for a possible entry for the momentum reversal. So the 300 mark. You got this candle closing in about 5 seconds.
Order submitted.
All right, I got my pending order right there for a momentum reversal entry, guys.
Order submitted.
Let's see if I can get in there. So I got my pending order waiting right there. Let me see if I can get into it here.
Order filled.
So I'm in it right there. Oh, I got in so late though. Said order filled like super late. Oh, it's my Purdy
Order
account.
filled.
So it only filled on like one of my accounts, which is weird. I wonder if it's a widespread trade debate issue. Well, I mean, whatever. The right here, the trigger did not play through for the momentum reversal, guys, unfortunately. So the setup did come up. This was a valid setup, so this was a fair loss. This is the trade that I was aiming for. Basically, we had a sell signal right here. Price came around. We had an inside bar right here. Put my pending order right there. Price like just filled at the last second, and then it came down super sharply. This is why I usually don't like trading after 7 o'clock or closer to 7:30, but I mean, it's all good. I took the trade there, took the loss, and I'm gonna eat that loss for the day. I just need one win to basically make this one back and then profit on top. I take this trade for a 1 to 2 like this, 30-point stop loss, 60-point TP. And then for this here, I try to move my stop loss with trailing stop at 30. But it's all good. It is Monday. So Monday markets today. It's going sideways right now. I probably should have sat out of that position. I think my FOMO got the best of me, guys. Like you guys can see, it doesn't matter how long you've been trading for, FOMO will still get the best of you. I just really wanted to take a trade on my Tradeify because I wanted to, I don't want to get another warning from them. So I took the entry right here. The entry was valid. The only thing here is that it just didn't play through. Let's see, Lisa said they sent it out on 112, which was yesterday, right? So I actually didn't get any emails from, let me check my spam. Maybe it's in my spam. No, so I didn't get any email from Apex. The only reason I knew about the problem with Apex was because of our Discord. So Wes over here actually posted the error in our Discord right here. Like this is from the website, but they didn't send an email telling me, well, they didn't tell me at least. Let me check my spam email over here. I'm not sure if anybody else got the email. Yeah, I got nothing from Apex today. Which I think is kind of annoying because like how would I know that TraderMate wasn't working unless they would have emailed me? I don't know. It is what it is. It's okay. I'm just hoping tomorrow it'll work so I can take these micro scalps. Micro scalps are it's all I kind of look forward to right now because this market's it's kind of just going sideways. Yeah, Sam said he got nothing from Apex either. I'm not sure if anybody else got anything. You're probably the only one, Lisa, that I know of at least. Well, I'm glad you got it. So if you got it, that's a good sign because like at least some people got it. Maybe like the emails just didn't get through to certain people, but I only knew about it because other mentioned it. Looks like I just got stopped out on that entry too. So it looks like I just like here's the entry that I took earlier, guys, for the yeah. So for that momentum reversal, it looks like price like barely came down, hit my stop loss, and then it came right back up. The 30-point mark was right here, so it actually would have hit the 1-to-1. So it's all good. It's just the type of market that we're currently in right now. Like I said, the direction hasn't been very consistent. There's volatility in the market, but it's not very consistent with regard to direction. I mean, these micro scalps are hitting like amazingly though. So like here's the entry right here that we would have taken that I took and I lost unfortunately. But looking at the micro scalps here, they're still hitting pretty nice. So like we have a sell signal here that came up. The micro scalp would have hit right there. The micro scalp would have hit right there. We would have trailed it up right here. The micro scalp would have hit right here. So there's 3 micro scalps that would have hit right here back to back. 1, 2, actually 4 of them. So 1 right here, 2 right there, 3 right there, and 4 right there. So yeah. So the setup right here that I mentioned to you guys, I mean, the one that we just took, it was a good setup. It was just we got stop loss hunted on this stupid red candle right here. This red candle right here just stopped us out and then went straight up. Yeah, exactly. Sam said hate stop loss hunting moves. Yeah, because this is what I was aiming for. I was just went for that quick 30 points. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna enter it right here with my pending order. I was hoping this here would just push up and hit, but you can see it came down. This is basically what happened. Price came down, came up, stop loss, came right back up. It was a W pattern basically. Started right here from the sell signal. And I'm just looking at all these micro scalps right now. And I'm like, man, there would have been some nice entries here. There's another micro scalp that's setting up right here. It looks like there you go, another micro scalp there. It'll be here at this green candle. That's where your pending settlement would have been. Price would have pushed down. And there's another micro scalp entry for like 8 points. Maybe more. Another one right there if you guys are quick to get that other one. Another 3 points right there. And there's a ton of micro scalp patterns or entries that are coming up. Samson, if you zoom out, see the W pattern, all stop loss. So yeah, there's a ton of W patterns here that are coming up. I mean, there's a lot of entries that are coming up and they're just stop loss hunts. The price comes down, stop loss hunt. Like this could have been a W right here too. But it just stop loss hunted right there. Same with our entry right here, it's the same thing. There's no direction right here now, guys. So I don't think I would be looking for any more entries at this point. At least not until price breaks out of this consolidation right here. Let's see, Barack's asking, would you consider price to be attracted to liquidity under the current bear zone? Let's see. The zone around 42,240. Not really, because so price is still bullish, Brock, as you can see over here. Price has been bullish for a while. See how price is having a lot of trouble getting below the pivots and staying below there. Price has been pretty much bullish since market open. So price came up right here, retraced, came up right here, retraced, came up. It went into a big range. I mean, it's technically in a big range right now. So you can see here from like 7 o'clock, price has just been in this big old range, right? Price just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, I mean, I wouldn't say that it's not possible, but right now it looks like price is still kind of sitting within this area and it's looking to push back up higher. Right, that's pretty much what's happening right here. Until you get price to like break below the pivots and actually stay below here, then possibly you can start looking for some sells. But for me, I would just keep looking for buys here because everything is, although it's ranging, it's still pretty bullish. And if anything, if price stays within this range here, it's going to come up and retest the upper range, right? So if it bounces off here, it's probably going to reach this point up here. If it keeps going back and forth between the range, because this is the range right here. And your zone that you're looking for is like right here, Barack, right? So, I mean, for me personally, just looking at the price action, looking at like where the structure is, I don't see price coming down to that point anytime soon. At least not until, not until price actually breaks below. Damn, man, look at the entry that we took. This thing would have hit 2R right there. So you can't be like, you can't look back at it like that. I mean, I shouldn't be looking back at it like this, but I'm like, damn, we literally just got stopped out on this red candle. If this big red candle just didn't come up, this 2R right here would have been hit 60 points. And then the initial one right here, the 30 would have gotten hit too. So this is like, like this loss right here, I guess we'll just have to accept it. The analysis here did play out. It's just the stop loss was a little too tight. If the stop loss was a little wider, would have survived the move, but it is what it is. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I know, right, Sam? Sam said this sucks. LOL. Took your stop loss and boom. I know. Well, at least the analysis was right. I think that's the best. That's the best thing that we can pull away from it. The analysis was right. I knew price was going to be bullish here. It's the setup was exactly what I was looking for. It's just I got stopped out and then it came all the way back up. At least I wasn't like completely wrong. So if I was completely wrong, then okay, different story. Like if this here didn't even come up at all and it just went straight down, then all right, my analysis sucked. But this this here did what it was supposed to. So it's all good. It's just, like I said, it's the market that we're currently in. There's no news today, so there's not really much of a catalyst pushing price around. Let me check the calendar real quick. I don't think there was anything on the calendar for today. So like looking at this here, there's nothing on the calendar for today. Let me check CNBC real quick. It says Moderna stocks plunged 20%, which is not a surprise. Retailers post early holiday results. Wall Street isn't impressed. Now the crazy thing is that like the numbers here are going up for like a lot of these retailers, but I mean it's just kind of a little crazy because the inflation is going up. Inflation is going up, and a lot of people spend a ton of money during the holidays. So Lululemon went from, I mean, they went higher. All these companies here basically went higher. Lululemon, Abercrombie, American Fit, American Eagle, Urban Outfitters, Macy's, etc. But I agree with the post here. It says retailers post early holiday results, which were good, but Wall Street isn't impressed. I mean, it's all consumers, right? It's like, well, I think Wall Street understands that this isn't a good thing, that the consumers are spending all their money on retail stuff. Other than that, there's not really much else news here. I already, like, this is already expected, but Moderna was planned to plunge anyways. Now that COVID's not, I mean, nobody needs a COVID vaccine anymore. Other than that, let's see S&P. What do they have here? S&P slides as key tech stocks get hit. Nasdaq drops more than 1%. All right. So looking at this here, guys, I mean, there's just not much else for us to take here. If there's anything that you guys want me to cover, feel free to hop into the chat. Unfortunately, my main thing that I was focused on taking today was going to be the micro scalps, but unfortunately, there were just no micro scalps for me to take here. Just reviewing all of the micro scalps for today. It looks like today would have been a great day for micro scalps. So let me just turn off liquidity real quick so I can clean it up a little bit. Looking at this here, so let's just go back. We have a buy signal that came up right here. There's another batch of micro scalps that came up here too. So this candle would have closed. The micro scalp would have happened right here. It's about 5 points. Another micro scalp right here. This thing pushed up about 30 points. This might have been at least like a 10-point micro scalp, big push to the upside. Again, right here, another one. So what I would say is come back tomorrow, guys, and then we'll try to take these micro scalps. I have really big hopes for these micro scalps. Honestly, I think these micro scalps are going to be a game changer for specifically the Apex accounts. If you guys know any other prop firms that allow for micro scalping, that's reliable, not just that they allow, but that they're reliable. Feel free to shoot them over. I wouldn't mind adding them to my copier and then letting me try them out. I wonder if Take Profit Trader allows for it. I don't think they do. Let's see. Sam said, I see gold 5-minute chart, stop loss hunt below. Let's see. Gold on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stop. It looks like there's stop loss hunts for all these assets. There's like a lot of M patterns right here. So again, right here, same thing. This would have been chased. Same thing, M pattern. Another stop loss. This is like I think they call this a bat pattern, right? Looks like a Batman pattern. It's a big M. It's like an M right here. And then you get fake out right here and a huge fake out right there. I mean, it looks like there's fake outs on all assets. I think NQ too. Like from looking at, I mean, NQ is a mess. I don't know if I'd mess with NQ. But yeah, it looks like there's like fake outs right here too. Price would have people would have chased the buy here, would have faked out right here, stopped people out. This is a big one right here, actually. Looking at NQ. This is an M pattern, then it would have stopped out right here or stopped out right here and came down super hard. I think today's market is just a bit of a toss-up, which is okay. I mean, it happens, today's Monday, so it's not really a big surprise that market would be moving like this on a Monday. All right, we got a couple more micro scalps here. Again, so we have micro scalp right here, micro scalp right here, micro scalp right there. A lot of micro scalps here. All right, guys, we're getting closer to 8 o'clock. The volatility here again is going to start to die down a little bit. You guys can see the volatility here starting to slow down. Again, if you guys want to see an example of the micro scalps before tomorrow's live session, just review the session from Friday. So just go to the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is youtube.com/Kodi Kai Trades. Obviously, if you're on the YouTube right now, just go over to the to my channel. Go over here to live. So this is what the homepage looks like. Go over here to live. And you go to the one from January 10th, which was on Friday. If you open this one right here and watch this, I think a lot of people went back and reviewed this. You can see real time all of these entries being taken. So you can understand how these micro scalps are taken. Hopefully tomorrow Apex will be working so that we can take these micro scalps because I mean, looking at the entries from today, there's a lot of entries that came up. I think I would have locked in at least 2,000 per account on my Apex accounts because I would be using 15 contracts. I'm gonna increase the risk a little bit. So here's the thing, when I'm taking these trades, guys, for these micro scalps, my stop loss is at 10 points. So here's my risk. My risk per loss, which doesn't really happen very much, is going to be 750. It's going to be 15 times 5 times 10. Sorry. 15 times 5 times 10. So my risk of loss would be 750. But if I was to take, like, for example, this one over here, we had like about 12 entries that came up right on the first one. So there was like, there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So five entries basically. So 5 of them are say about like maybe on average, maybe like 3 points each. So 15 times 5 times 3. Oh, no, sorry. How many entries are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. About 6 entries. So 6 times 3, that's 18. So 15 times 5 times 18. Profit would have been 1,350 with no losses at that point. So I think even from this little push right here, I could have been done trading after the micro scalps. Because my goal is really 1,000 and 2,000. Obviously, if the movements keep happening, I'll keep going, but I think I would have been pretty satisfied with that. Trading 20 Apex accounts, I think it'd be pretty solid. Let's see, Sam said, well, your liquidity push is also, let's see here, where would the liquidity push be at right now? were they? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, like with liquidity push, probably would have to get in and out like very quickly too. Because if you use, I would say if you guys are taking liquidity push, I would probably use a trailing stop for that too. Because it looks like, yeah, I mean, it's easy to get stopped back out. But if you're doing yeah, if your trailing stop is like on, you can possibly lock in some profits here. But yeah, I mean, I think this whole market today, there's a lot of like stop hunts happening. It doesn't matter which asset you're trading, whether you're trading YM, NQ, GC, ES. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of hunts to be happening because if you look over here on the clean chart, so see how price here is ranging back and forth super heavily? It's really easy to get stopped out in either direction. It doesn't matter if you're taking a buy or a sell. You can take a buy right here and get stopped out. You could take a sell right here and you could also get stopped out the other way. So it is it's a tricky market today. So looking at this right here as well, price is currently ranging and consolidating within this area. You can really get stopped out either way. Like there's another fake out that happened right here. See how price broke past the structure? Price broke past the 400 mark with that green candle right there. And it came down super sharp right back into the range. So it is what it is. This is just the market that we're currently in. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. Otherwise, it's 7:51 right now, guys. We got about 9 minutes till 8 o'clock. That's my cutoff for trading. So let me just show you guys my cutoffs again for trading, like my actual trading. This is just cutoff for the live session, but my cutoffs for actual trading is so like between 6:30 and 7. This is going to be my main focus, will be on the main focus on micro scalps. The regular scalps. So right here, I'll be looking for like micro scalps and regular scalps, mainly micro scalps. And then between like 7 and 7:30, I'll be looking for regular scalps. And then usually 7:30 is like my cutoff. I mean, 7 o'clock is probably cut off already for like certain entries, but for the most part, 7 to 7:30 regular scalps. So like micro scalps, regular scalps, and then just regular scalps right here from 7 to 7:30. And then this is usually like dead period. Yeah. That is the time parameters. Let's see, David said Apex is finally working. Solid. Let me check the website real quick. I don't see any update from Apex, but I'm assuming you can execute trades now, David. Is that correct? Let me check my other group here. Okay, yeah. So Apex just the Apex. Where is it at? I swear I'm like on their group. I'll say booted me from it. Oh no, I see it's right here on their Discord. All right, so here on their Discord, it shows that the restoration is complete. I'll post this up in the yeah, so if you guys took negative P&L or whatever yesterday, then they're restoring it. I'll put this over here in our group. Well, they're a little late, but all right, I'm glad that they're working. So they're working again. So I guess we'll try tomorrow. So yeah, guys, I don't think the stuff here is for I don't think this issue arose from the lawsuit. The lawsuit is based off their one of the programs, but I mean I don't know. We'll see. It's fixed. It seems like it was just like it was an isolated issue with Apex. I heard trade Top Step was having issues too, so I don't know. I can't say for sure. But yeah, that's about it. So, all right, guys, if there's any other question that you guys have, feel free to reach out on Discord. Otherwise, we'll be back here tomorrow to take on those micro scalp entries. Looking over here again, guys, there's another micro scalp entry. Looks like that just came up or almost. Yeah, so there goes a micro scalp right there being taken or being pushed through, I guess. Looks like stop loss would have gotten moved in profit already at that point. But all right, I think that's it. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, I would probably sit out the rest of the market for today, guys. If you guys see the price action here is trash. I mean, it's literally just going back and forth. There's no price action here that's really. There's fake outs on both sides. You can see how price is currently consolidating within these two price points. So the range is now between the 400 and the 350. See how price pushes out, then it fakes out back into the range. Right here again, price faked out below, and it pushed right back above again. So not exactly the type of market that I'd recommend trading in. It's just that's a Monday market. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'll be back here tomorrow for the next live session.